Another season of the NBA on ESPN is underway.
Let's go!
Deep three. Tyler Hero. Oh, he hit it.
We have a liftoff.
Leonard.
We got hoops happening tonight. Nets, 76ers. That game at 7 p.m. on ESPN. We're counting you down to that game. I'm Christine Williamson. Welcome to Hoop Streams. We're live on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and the ESPN app. I am not here by myself, though. I have two friends with me. Treavor Scales, Arda Ocal in the building for the first time.
Debut? You kidding me?
Yeah, let's go. Let's go. He got the right energy. We're about to set the tempo. What you got for us, Christine?
That you are here. Let's do a little NBA rewind. That's how we like to start things off on this show. And we start with best football play.
Right in my wheelhouse.
This features a team that I think Trev pays a lot of
Hail Mary.
Solomon Hill with a football pass to Kevin Herter, who gets the makes it look easy.
0.6 on the clock, right? Like, to pull that off in and of itself is amazing. But also, Trae Young's outfit on the back end of that, immaculate. He wanted everybody to know that he was a McDonald's All-American, evidently.
We have a little bit of something for you.
Yes.
Oh, good.
Let's go to
we got to see that.
Free before we get to that one. Luka the Dawn.
Mm-hmm.
Mavs 76ers game on Monday.
This is filthy.
Because, first of all, we've always talked about Luka's pregame.
Come on.
Cash money.
See you later.
Like, he's a bucket.
What else do you do after that? Of course you're going to run to the locker room. How do you top that?
Stephen Curry has 72 hours to respond.
From the 300 level. That's how he responds. That's basically the response you can get.
I mean, Steph Curry, laid the groundwork for people to do this.
Yes,
so,
he did.
I feel like he's the OG.
Yes.
Okay, now, Trevor, best drip.
There we go. Give it to me.
Trae Young.
Give it to me.
With the McDonald's All-American drip. This is, was this the warm-ups that they had?
Yes, it is actually the same size that he wore back then because we were probably wearing oversized clothing then.
Oh
It wasn't that far along.
This is hilarious.
That's what I was going to say. That was like, when I came out of high school, that was probably the right size.
I think he's what is it? He's still 19, 20.
By the way, if we want to combine that with what we just saw with Doncic, who really inspired that were those Michael Jordan, Larry Bird commercials from the McDonald's commercials from the 90s, where they're like, off the board, off this.
Oh, yeah.
But
Those are the
I think that's the OG,
ever.
really.
Hey, but low-key, Arda just dated himself. It's all good. It's all good. I just wanted to put that out there.
Okay, Boomer. Thanks for boomering me live on digital. Trevor, appreciate that.
It's all love. It's all love. I promise you, dog.
Oh, my gosh. Arda, technically the rook on this show.
Yeah.
Let's go to best thing.
Oh, that was perfect.
Did you put popcorn in my car too, Trev? Is that what you did to my car? Is that what I'm going to go out to? By North Campus?
Stanley walked up to his car and popcorn was all in it.
I could not have drawn this up better.
I know, it's almost like you did it on purpose.
Hey, you talk about a well-produced show, bro. Like that is right there.
Can I just say, how much butter do you think is on that popcorn?
That's absolutely disgusting.
Pal, it's
alive.
Oh yeah, just an enormous amount that will never go away as far as the smell component.
I love that one of the what did you just say?
The smell component. I tried to say component.
Did you say a word?
I swallowed the word.
I love that one of his teammates walked by and grabbed and ate the popcorn.
I thought
Cassius
that was
Stanley.
disgusting.
Yeah, it was gross.
No, I do that.
Showed up with a
Arda,
scooter
it's free popcorn.
on the next.
Unsanitary.
I will say it was probably stale. That's disgusting.
It's all
depending on how long it had been in there.
How did it get there? A shovel? Where has that been? Now look at you.
Anyways,
Next one.
They have those big bags of popcorn. It could have been one of those. All right, best teammates: Knicks versus Lakers. Reggie Bullock. Why
you
can't
got
I
it.
say it?
Yeah.
I feel like it's not coming off.
It's a tough
the tongue
one.
right.
Yeah, it is. It's weird.
Anyways, he fell down, and the entire Knicks team came to help him up.
And I would love to get jokes off at the Knicks' expense, just as a general rule. But I would like to actually celebrate them. That was really dope. It was a warm moment. It's like Tibbs has these guys really playing for each other, and that's tight.
All right, for our next one, Anthony Edwards is Trevor's favorite press conference player.
Oh my
Here's
God.
why.
We haven't gotten to chat with you since the news this weekend that Alex Rodriguez was getting ready to buy in as an owner here. Do you have any thoughts about him? Are you an A-Rod fan at all growing up or anything like that? What you think about what he might bring to the team?
A fan? What do you mean? Like, who is he?
The baseball player, Alex Rodriguez?
Yeah, nah, I don't know what it is.
Okay.
I know he's gonna be the owner, but I don't know nothing about baseball.
As the appointed old man on this show, I am outraged at that.
See, and that's where you went wrong, because you shouldn't be angry that as a 19-year-old kid that has no idea why Alex Rodriguez would be relevant outside of him dating J-Lo. And if he is not in tune with the celebrity gossip, then he probably don't give a hell about that either.
I actually did a poll on my Instagram because I was like, is he just too young, or has he been living under a rock? And most people said he was too young. So I was like,
Game is a game.
I guess that makes sense.
Shouts to the IG clout, by the way.
Well, he'll know real fast once the name on the
Like,
checks
I
and the
do a lot of-
signatures.
I
He'll
do
know
a lot
very
of-
fast.
Exactly.
Only
He's the
one that
boss,
matters,
so you better
baby.
figure out who the heck he is. All right, let's go to most critical. Miami versus Portland. Bam Adebayo.
Oh, this was great.
Some teammates came to,
love this.
you know.
So
Jimmy Butler was like, bro.
So
I love it. I love it.
I just, look, we gonna get into a memeable character later in this show, but first of all, is Jimmy Butler not like top one most memed NBA player going right now? He's gotta be, right?
1,000.
Absolutely love it. Love it. More of that. More of that, please.
No BS. Like, he's just like a free throw. Really? They didn't win the game, so I guess that works out. All right, let's go to best SWAT. This one, okay, so why do I like this guy? Oh, wait, we haven't seen it yet. But, Trev, when we get to this one, the person who's getting swatted, you will know why I like this guy immediately.
He either played for the Big 12, went to Clemson.
Tyrese Halliburton, poor guy. He went for the layup, and Donovan Mitchell was like, nah, bro. Like, why are you even trying?
Oh, my.
Why even try?
Jesus. I could
in my house.
I'm appreciating that more and more from every angle that we put on this. Like,
That's
that is
beautiful.
incredible.
I mean,
Go
The
to get
backboard for good measure, too. He's like, ding, thank you. very
Yeah,
much.
just get both sides of the backboard. Rudy Gobert somewhere over there tight. Or,
He's, like, very happy.
he's like excited that somebody else is playing defense.
the dude was flying. All right, that's all we got for our NBA rewind.
Cool.
Bridges! Oh my God! What? A thunderbolt from Bridges! Oh my word! The filthiest of the filthy!
The filthiest of the filthy. Maybe.
Agreed.
I said filthy. Filthy.
It's
Maybe.
okay.
We saw a lot of really good dunks in the last week. So what we're going to do is we're going to rank them. Well, I'm not going to. Treavor and Arda are. So we're going to go through some of the top dunks that we saw, and you guys get to rank them.
Sweet.
1 to 10. All right, let's start with that Miles Bridges dunk.
Right, so a couple things going on here. One, it's against my team, so automatic deduction. Second of all, this man cocked this ball back to Raleigh Durham's airport when he threw it down on Clint Capella. It's filthy.
My number is immediately up here. I
And that's
love
fair.
everything about this, including the fact that it is against your team. You can feel free at any moment to show my number. I am coming in hot because this is mine right here.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Right, so 9. I'm going to be on my Dwayne Wade stuff.
Yeah, thank you,
I'm just going to
D-Wade.
go ahead and absolutely automatically deduct.
Right here.
I have no shame in
1
that.
point deduction for the homer in you, but whatever. It's still worth a 10 to me. I'll give you that much.
I always
respect
wondered what exactly was going on with Dwayne Wade in his ranking of the dunks. Is it because he's salty? Like, what's the deal? Is he just a tough
He's
grader?
a realist. He's a realist,
Okay.
and I'm here for it.
All right, let's move on to this dunk. Ja Morant. We actually were all
yes.
on a Sports Nation show talking about this dunk specifically, and we gave
Woo!
Morant Ja Rule
And you gave us
Wait, how does the
terrible
song go?
impersonation.
Never mind.
because the rim says "Put it on me." Anyways, the Grizzlies won this one, 101-90. Ja finished with 13 points, 10 assists. How are you guys ranking this one?
I am a fan of Ja just off GP, right? Goes up. Nobody in the way, though, so I cannot issue the outright 10 because it wasn't on somebody's head. But this image behind it,
He was
like, I might have to bump it up solely off of that.
Right, so good call.
Yes.
The image is
Okay.
a 10.
Okay.
The image is a 10. The overall play, I give it a 9 for
respect
exactly
that.
what you said.
I respect that. I will. Christine,
Okay.
thoughts?
So 2 9s.
Yes.
I'm okay with that. I
Okay.
feel like you said, he didn't take
Put it on
anybody
anybody's
out,
head,
so,
yep.
Yeah. So
Cool.
it works. All right, next we got a guy that I like also, Trev. THT. He also Tyrese Halliburton's teammate in college.
Yes,
All right, Lakers versus Knicks. Late third.
Hey!
Oh!
Hey!
Yeah.
Oh!
So,
Alex
like,
Caruso from
multiple
half
things
court.
to like there.
yeah, absolutely.
Oh!
The pass, the consciousness to go reverse, right, and to throw it down nearly blind. Like, okay. Oh, man.
No,
I can't hand it out. I cannot do it yet. I'm still here. I am still here.
Man, you are such a Simon Cowell. Look at you.
I want so badly to hand out that 10, but like we have to just take into account that there may be something better than that on the horizon.
But
and as soon as there is, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Where are you gonna go?
I'm going full NBA All-Star judging here, not D-Wade, everyone else. I think that was a 10.
It was phenomenal.
Goosebumps, man.
Phenomenal.
Like 10 reasons to love that. Look at the lob, look at the pass, look at the way he evaded.
Fair
The
enough.
defender got in backwards. Oh,
All
love
fair.
it.
Backwards thing, yeah, like that.
Yeah,
that
a reverse off the oops.
Flip it
Insane.
and reverse it.
It's
Let's
insane.
go.
Okay.
Okay.
Clippers versus Pistons. This guy, PG, has been showing up lately. Gets by his man. Watch out, Isaiah Stewart, because you are in the way.
Okay.
Again, when you put it on somebody's head, it's impressive.
Okay. Solid individual effort overall. Also a very nice image, as you will see momentarily.
And he's hype.
But what are we judging on? Are we judging on just the efficiency of the play? Are we judging on the solo effort? Are we judging on the flashiness of the play?
I'm not going to get too much into those sort of elements of the rubric. How much of a stank face did you make when you saw it?
Not
Like,
as
were
much
you
as previous.
scrunched up
Okay,
all
well
the
then
way?
I'm going 9 for
Right,
that
like
reason.
that's where I'm at
that
too.
reason, yeah. For that reason, it's a 9.
It wasn't
Single
full,
digits.
It wasn't full scrunch face.
No.
It was good. It was
good.
dang good.
Good. It was
But-
good, but was it spectacular?
Exactly. You got to make me look like I smell something funky.
Okay, let's go. Lakers versus Hornets. This one, Caleb Martin drives in for the two-handed poster
wait a
on
minute,
Ben
wait a minute.
McLemore. Poor guy.
Wait a minute.
Yeet.
The two-handed slam.
The adjustment.
Yeah. Oh, and he had hands in the face too.
Who was that Ben McLemore that went up like that?
Yeah.
Got yammed on?
Yeah.
All right, it's solid effort. We're going to go here. It just hasn't, it didn't hit the same way that the others did. I thought it was really impressive. It is Ben McLemore on the receiving end of this, so that probably takes away from it too. Chrissy, you should probably take away from that. Like, you should be heated because that's a Kansas guy. Like,
Yeah, he did go to Kansas.
that's your
where he
man.
had. Mhm.
So I'm gonna do this.
85?
I was scared. 85.
That's a point. This is a point.
Wow, that's very
a decimal
creative.
point right here,
Very
okay?
creative.
A decimal point.
I like that. I like that. We might have to incorporate that into the value system. I like that a lot. Like, legitimately. Okay.
Okay. Next up, we got Bulls Timberwolves. This guy has been known to be a dunker. I don't know if you've known. Zach LaVine.
Yeah.
Second quarter, sweet backdoor cut, and he throws it down.
Yeah. Solid, man. Goes baseline. He can jump out the gym. It is on full display. He didn't get anybody on this one, right? No? Nobody got? Yeah. Cool. Just wanted to make sure nobody got posterized on this one. So I'm actually take one from the homie Arda and make sure I don't do this backwards. Hold on. Let me just look in the program monitor. Nope.
That's
See,
just-
that's exactly what I was afraid I was going to do.
58.
I was like, nope. That's exactly what I
the
didn't want to
regular
do.
way.
8.5. Look, now, I got scared, okay? TV is difficult sometimes. All right, look,
really is.
8.5, and you get the
Okay,
gist.
you got an
get the
8.5.
gist.
I'm going 9. I'm going 9 on that one. It was very impressive. It did give me the whoa motion, but again, nobody there. Nice cut move there,
Yeah.
but still not as much enthusiasm from me as previous dunks in this segment. So we get a 9.
Just to be clear, the Anthony Edwards on Wata Udinabe, that's
would
a
be-
10. That is
would be
the
a
10. That is the
Okay,
gold
'cause I was
standard.
about to ask,
No?
like, what would actually make you give somebody a 10, but that
Yeah.
makes sense. All right,
Anthony
so we got
Edwards killed the guy.
76ers versus Nets. That game coming up in 15 minutes. You're watching Hoop Streams. We're live on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and the ESPN app. The Philadelphia 76ers are headed to the East, or are leading the Eastern
There it
Conference.
is,
I didn't
yeah.
say they're headed there. Behind Ben Simmons, as the Sixers look to clinch the 1 seed in the playoffs. Simmons sits down with our Rachel Nichols to discuss how this year's squad is going to bring the chip back to Philly.
Here comes Philly.
Here's Joel spinning and dunking the ball up. Tobias Harris scores it right down Broad Street with a two-hand jam.
You've had talent on this team for a while. What is it about the way that talent is clicking this season that has you right at the top of the Eastern Conference?
I think just growth. A lot of us are learning still. We're trying to figure it out. It's really coming together this year, with Joe and all the addition with Dwight, Danny, Seth. And having those vets, I think when, Danny and Dwight coming in, they've shared a lot of their experiences. They really believe in this team. And, it's coming from two guys who just won a championship. And then also Doc coming in. Doc's been great, holding everybody accountable, which is huge for this team.
I do want to talk about your time at home because you were put into quarantine for a week right before the All-Star game. What was that like to fly down to Atlanta, feel like you're going to be in an All-Star game, and then not so much?
It was stressful. It wasn't good for my mental, definitely not. I think the one thing was stay off social media. I feel like when you got too much time in your hands and you're on social media reading into things, that doesn't help. For me, I was just trying to stay fit, work out, and be ready to come back for my team.
Leonard against Ben Simmons, 2 seconds to go. Kawhi Leonard hangs, fires shot up, it rims, and it went in! Toronto win! Are you kidding me?
That was tough, That was an experience where it made me think, it's not easy to win, especially when it comes to playoffs. We have a lot of talent. For me, I believe my ability to make this team better and help win a championship, and I think we have the pieces to do it.
Is this you getting repeatedly dunked on by your friends because of lackluster sports knowledge?
Let your brother Stephen A. Smith come in here and help you out a little bit. Start your day with Get Up at First Take. Feel free to use our takes and shame your friends.
Get up with us at 8 a.m. Eastern.
When your sentence starts with, I agree with Dan Olaf, you're wrong.
Followed by First Take at 10 a.m.
Listen, you're the guy, I had to teach you this. Giannis is the best player in the world. 4 days later, he's number 5 because I kept telling you he can't shoot.
And remember, always do the dunking.
Ahead of Nets Sixers, we decided to reminisce just a little bit. I don't know if y'all saw, but the headlines recently, Isaiah Thomas, 10-day contract with the Pels expired. They don't have any plans to bring him back immediately. But along those lines, Arda Ocal, who would you like to see get another stint in the NBA?
I think we should throw out some names, Trev.
Yeah, let's do it.
And I'm going to start with J.R. Smith. Why am I starting with J.R. Smith? Because I have a soft spot for people that suddenly become a meme, and that's what they are remembered for the most. Let me give you all a little bit of homework, okay? Go to Google image search right now and type in J.R. Smith LeBron. The entire first page of results is Game 1 2018 NBA Finals. Now listen, J.R. Smith is more than just that moment, but a lot of people just remember him for that moment. Maybe he needs a little redemption.
The beautiful part is I don't think he gives a damn, Arda. I think he's out to the limit.
Shirt off.
Exactly. Shirt off at the parade immediately after that happened. Really, he was ready to go. He washed it clean. He's good to go. I love the fact that he just has this confidence that is unflappable to the point where he can go out and live his life regardless of what y'all think of him in that Game 1 Finals effort. In the 2 slot, you know what? I mentioned Isaiah Thomas off the top. It's why we're in this segment, and I do believe he is a man that I would love to see get another stint in the NBA. Sub-6-foot gang, like your boy sitting here on the left side of this couch. But beyond that, right, we talk about a guy that had that stint in Boston that was a flash in the pan, most exciting player that took over that city in large part. And then you think about the motivation behind a lot of what he was doing. His sister had recently passed. He goes out there and balls out of control. A guy that came back with New Orleans and was there to make up for lost time as soon as he hit the court. There's a concept of not being able to go back, and Isaiah Thomas essentially embodies the idea of I ain't going back to wherever you sent me when I wasn't in the NBA. So who you got at 3?
Don't worry about the sub-6-foot part. Christine and I will carry the weight. Okay, it's all good.
It's all good.
Number 3, Jeremy Lin. Why? Not because he won a chip with my Toronto Raptors. That's not the only reason. Because Linsanity was fantastic vibes, people. It was some of the best times as an NBA fan, whether you like the Knicks or not, whether you like Jeremy Lin or not. That was 2012, and we're still talking about it as if it was a fond memory from yesterday. And guess what? You know what else is cool? Jeremy Lin is grinding it out in the G League, looking to find and earn earn a spot in the NBA, which I absolutely love.
You got to, right? Like, I think everything that embodies the person that is Jeremy Lin, too, right? His work with the Asian American Pacific Islander community, everything that he does in order to hashtag stop Asian hate, even beyond all of that, Harvard man, so I'm with it, right? Like I want him to get another stint in the league just so I can claim his fame and just ride the coattails of another Harvard grad out there doing it. Talked a little bit about irrational confidence at the start of this here segment. I'm gonna go Dion Waiters in at 4 because of that very fact. In a league of men that probably have irrational confidence, because that's the only way you get to a level of being on an NBA roster. People look at Dion Waiters and say, that brother is on a different level than even I am, right? He is a guy that when he was in OKC on a roster with Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, people were saying they got 3, top tier scorers, with Kevin Durant being the first, and he was trying to figure out who number 3 was because he knew he was number 2 above anybody else, ironically enough. But he's there to get shots the moment he steps foot on the court, and you got to respect it.
That's what I like about it. He can add some secondary shots to a team with an existing superstar, give that superstar some space on the floor, so that's a very good option.
Without question.
Number 5, maybe we should go with a team that is playing tonight that we are leading into. How about Jamal Crawford?
Well done. Well done. I love Jamal
you like
Crawford.
That synergy there?
Exactly. You look at you playing right into the company's hands. I'm not mad at it. Jamal Crawford is a dude, 6th man of the year, repeat offender on that regard, and a guy that played for my Atlanta Hawks at one point. Jay Crossover is his name. He's got that smooth behind the back move that everybody knows, loves, and respects. He's just a guy that, again, we're here to talk about people that get buckets. That is basically making up our top 5, and he is one that embodies that as well.
It has to be said, though, Jamal Crawford still rocking a BlackBerry.
Really?
Yes, for the keyboard. He wants the keyboard.
There are virtual keyboards out there. Jamal, we can get you hooked up, brother.
I don't know why. Just saying.
You know what? We don't need to pass judgment. We just hope that his former team in the Nets is going to do something tonight. So let's get back to this preview.
Okay, so everybody knows the names. Everybody sees the scores. Everybody knows these Nets could be next, as in the next dominant team. Maybe the next dynasty.
Fade away, go!
Try guarding that.
Unstoppable.
Oh! But the Sixers are thinking about now, not next. The process is peaking, the stars are aligning, things are falling in place. The time is now for a little run by the team from Liberty Town.
A lot of stars on display tonight. Embiid rolling, and he slams. Layup is good. 3.
There's intensity at the top of the East. Brooklyn, Philadelphia.
That was a major throwdown.
That was insane.
And what is probably a preview of the Eastern Conference Final. Who's saying that? Everybody.
That's right. Get hype. We got Nets versus 76ers coming up in just a few minutes. To talk about that matchup, we bring in our good sis, Ros Gold-Onwude. And Ros, the Nets had their game against the Timberwolves postponed. Now we don't have KD, Harden, Aldridge, Griffin, all out. So it's not necessarily the game that we thought it was going to be. Is this an automatic dub for the 76ers?
I wouldn't say all of that. It's definitely a very sneaky game. It's the type of game that you could let your guard down for. Another way to look at this too, and it was actually Danny Green who brought this up, it could be gamesmanship. And I thought it was funny that Danny Green brought it up, obviously from his experience playing for Pop and the Spurs. And Coach Pop is definitely known for his strategy. And sometimes in a big matchup with a lot on the line, he may not allow you to see the best version of his team or have the chance to match up and perhaps feel like you walked away from the game learning something or gaining confidence or understanding some kind of strategy or how to defend against it. Rather, you'd come away from it and not really have anything to hold on to. Even possibly like a game like tonight for the 76ers put you in a position where a loss would look really bad and be detrimental perhaps to the confidence. So definitely not an automatic W.
So Christine mentioned some of those injuries. Of course, we know that the big 3 in Brooklyn haven't played together for the Nets. They've only played 7 times this season. Injuries plague that team. Is there enough time as we approach the playoffs for Brooklyn to find some consistency?
Well, they're running out of time, but one thing we keep talking about is the consistency for that top group. But this is also great opportunity for role players, young players who need these moments. This is a nice game for Nick Claxton to come out there and continue to gain confidence and build on the nice bright spots he's provided this season. Or someone like Joe Harris, who is a huge key to what the Nets do and can continue to assert himself with not only his three-point shooting, but just him overall as a scoring option. And one thing that Kevin Durant has pointed out, he's leaning on his Team USA experience. He said on those teams, teams have had to perhaps let go of their ego or take a step back in order to have the team be as good as it can be. So with all the talent they got, for the players who have Team USA experience, plus the championship experience, plus the veteran experience, the all-star experience that many of them have, hopefully that'll be enough to get them over the hump and allow them to make the most of all the talent they have.
I'm so glad you brought up KD specifically, and I'm here to give the flowers to KD. I think we all here are primed to do that, but I think we're forgetting on the other sideline, Joel Embiid, who was in the midst of an MVP campaign, and I would just like for us to recognize his greatness as well. The man was pulling off dream shakes just the other night and looking good doing it.
You are preaching to the choir. I did not forget about Joel Embiid. Hello. In fact, Joel Embiid is still my MVP candidate. For the first half of the season, before the All-Star break, Joel Embiid was my MVP, hands down. Engaged, career high, healthy, well-conditioned, working hard, getting to the free throw line, great basketball individually that was catapulting his team collectively to the top of the Eastern Conference and helping them realize their potential. First half of the season, MVP. He gets hurt. All right. Well, now he's back after 10 games. His team is still at the top. He's come back. He hasn't missed a beat. If his team stays at the top of the East and he continues to be dominant, I feel Joel Embiid, it's still absolutely his MVP to hold on to. The next candidate I would have is Jokic, who has been outstanding as well. But with Jamal Murray getting hurt, I think that obviously hurts some of the team's chances, perhaps the narrative if they lose some games, and overall just continues to strengthen Joel Embiid's campaign for the MVP award. So I'm absolutely with you.
So, Ros, those are your thoughts for MVP. Let's just keep the award train rolling then. Defensive Player of the Year. We're seeing the drama. We're seeing the comments. We're seeing Ben Simmons, Rudy Gobert, back and forth. Where do you land on this?
Ooh, I'm here for the drama. I'm here for the messiness. Absolutely. You know what? It's funny to see Ben Simmons, doing so much talking and kind of going back and forth. He keeps coming at Rudy Gobert, with these little jabs in media sessions. And, look, Ben Simmons is my top candidate for the Defensive Player of the Year award. I do believe that his overall versatility, dynamic ability night after night, defend whoever it is that's the best player on the other team. And especially with Joel Embiid out, his defense was especially important. His ability and determination to just affect the overall outcome of a game. I have him as my Defensive Player of the Year. But at the same time, all right, he's kind of laying it on thick on Rudy, and he's definitely no slouch. Rudy is number 2 in the league in blocks and rebounds. And when you look at those blocks, it's not just the blocks, the shots that he actually touches, it's also the shots that he's changing. Let's not forget, Rudy's presence also changes the way teams strategize about how they can run their pick and roll, which is a huge part of a lot of offenses. And don't forget, when you have Rudy Gobert back there as a guard, you can get up in, your players' shorts and be more aggressive defensively for the guards along the three-point line and perimeter because you got Rudy back there having your back. So Rudy's overall effect and impact on defense can't all be told in just stats as well. So, I don't want to just kind of just put it all on Rudy and lay it on thick. I think he's absolutely doing his thing too. But yeah, Ben's been doing a lot of talking, but he's walking the walk too.
So, Ros, you have Ben Simmons as your Defensive Player of the Year. You have Joel Embiid as your MVP. Does that mean that the 76ers are going to get this dub, even though you said that this isn't a walkaway win for them?
I think ultimately the 76ers have to get this win. They have more health and a lot of their talent on the floor. I think it would be a better morale win if they were able to overcome a very short Brooklyn team tonight.
Beautiful.
Well, you ain't hit a note this time, Christine. Oh, there it is. I was waiting.
You knew it was coming. You knew it was coming.
I had to get that in there. Ros had to get a little dance on. Thanks, Ros. We'll see you next time. All right, guys, who do you guys have? Let's start with Arda.
Ooh, Arda, what you got?
Rookie.
I'm going to go Sixers. Of course, the Nets are a little depleted. The Sixers are near full health. But shout out to my boy Furkan Korkmaz, fellow Turk. Why am I wearing the shirt? Furk. Yeah, absolutely. Last 2 games, 20 points averaging. Doc Rivers saying he's doing great, making adjustments to his game, meaningful contributions. Let's go!
Why not? Why not? Look, the Nets got to beat them down when the Lakers didn't have anybody playing for them, and I don't believe that they will be motivated to reverse that course. They're going to catch another beat them down courtesy of the 76ers this go round.
I would like to also point out that Arda actually is wearing the shirt, and he made the shirt.
Good shout out.
Furkan. 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 That's what they were doing Turkey for.
I'll take the Nets. All right. Thanks so much for joining us today on Hoop Streams. If you want to watch the game between the Nets and the 76ers, you can do that. If you're watching the app, just go on and authenticate. And if not, then go turn on ESPN right now. Watch the game. We'll see you next week.